And it was just very odd during this time how the WWE handled this, because they would get better at this over the years. I mean, they endured so many deaths that they handled many of them in the future a lot better. But this first one, they kind of botched. And Vince McMahon, I remember even on commentary, the next night on Raw even, was one of the craziest nights and the saltiest nights on commentary I can remember the WWE being. I think Vince McMahon was upset about the death of Brian Pillman. I think that he automatically assumed it was a drug overdose, and we know that Brian Pillman definitely had some drug issues, and Vince McMahon was being very, I don't know, almost aggressive. I remember when he was talking about Brian Pillman, he brought up drugs, and he goes, whether it's, prescription or recreational, it's not acceptable, or whatever he said something to that effect, where I was like, wow, Vince seems really upset over this Brian Pillman death. He almost seems pissed off more than sad. And the next night on Raw, they also had the very uncomfortable and odd and strange interview with Brian Pillman's widow, Melanie Pillman. One day after he dies, they have her live via satellite doing an interview on Raw. And it's just dark. I don't even know how to describe it. I know something like this is probably not on the network. Well, it might be if they have all the Raws up there. I'm not sure. Otherwise, check YouTube. And for those of you who haven't seen it, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just very strange. Why would they even call her and bring her on the show? And I remember Vince even asking her if she knew anything or knew any signs that would, tell her that Brian Pillman was in some trouble. He was just asking her very awkward, uncomfortable questions. And they had a weird marriage too. And just the way the whole interview went down, it was an extremely poor taste, I think, of the WWE to bring her on that close after Brian Pillman died in that state that she's in. And she's just kind of sitting there funny on a couch with her head in her hand. And she just, the interview goes nowhere. It's almost just like they did this shit for ratings or whatever it was. It's just really bizarre, and it was uncomfortable, and I didn't like it.